You know what I mean? She created the logo, started getting people to come through there. Yeah, she helping people, but she getting the best, man. Keep rocking.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
What's
What
up
up?
with you guys?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? I just wanted to chime in, saying what you're doing is good because it gives people a voice who couldn't be heard. So there's a lot of people in the background saying, they got their money stolen.
Oh, that's my guy. What's
Yeah.
up? Yo, I just noticed that was you. What's up, bro?
Yeah. What up?
What's good, my guy? I didn't realize that was you. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm good. Listen, once y'all over Caesar, I'm going to put y'all on the Rosebud investment because she got about 50 or 60 people to invest 1,500 with her for she's supposed to have um what's the name, a house auction, right? So she told us that if we put 1,500 in, that we'll be invited into the auction. That's how we locked our space in. Right, so about 50 or 60 people put 1,500 in. She did a fake live auction with a bunch of houses or whatever the case is, and then nobody got their house, right, at all. So she made probably about 150,000 in a day. And I got text messages where I'm calling and texting, and people from her office or whatever texting me back saying, "Oh, we made the title person supposed to get in contact with you." I said, "Ain't no title person get in contact with me. I don't got no house, no nothing." So she ran off with the money. And then I was like, why am I waiting on a title company call when I gave y'all my money and I dealt with y'all? So y'all supposed to contact me with the title company information and everything. She said, oh, the information is supposed to be sent out. Long story short, I ain't getting no information. I ain't getting no house. They got about $1,500 from 50, 60 people and just told us like whatever. You know what I mean?
She from Philly too?
She's from Philly too. Her Instagram page is Rosebud Investments. So, you know what I mean? But it's all good. Listen, I'm gonna take it to court or whatever, and then show you the paperwork or whatever. And I got the credit card where I paid for it as well too, so I can get on here. So I'm not even worrying about her saying slander because I want her to say slander and I want her to sue me. So this way I can get her in court. Because once I get her in court, then I can get my money. So I hope she say that I'm slandering her. But it ain't nothing. $1,500 really ain't nothing to me anyway, because this was like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I got all the text messages and stuff, and I was like, I'll just wait. You know what I mean? Wait it out or whatever case, and then deal with it when I want to deal with it. Because $1,500 ain't nothing to me at all. You know what I mean? I've lost 5,000 with other investors and shit like that too, but it's all good. But I just want to get her back just because the way how her customer service and the people that work for her, how they spoke to me on the text, like they ain't, like they didn't give a fuck about me. It's like, yo, whatever, we got your $1,500, we don't care. So that's the only reason I'm going to really go in on them, because the fact that they just like totally tried to disrespect me and was like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just get it back for that and then donate the $1,500 to charity or whatever the case is, because this was like two years ago anyway. So I wasn't even really beat to go after her anyway. But the reason I'm standing up and saying something about it now is because if there's a platform that'll put these people on blast and more people know about it, then they won't make the same mistake and they won't get their money taken. Because there's some people who $1,500 is a lot to, and that, you know what I mean, and then it'll affect them and blah, 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 blah. But it don't really affect me. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I don't really care if I get the money back or not. But you do want to put people like that on blast, because she's going, 2 years, she'll wait 2 years and then do it again. You know how they do. They die down, and then they come back with another scheme or another whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever to get money or whatever the case is. But it's very important that we let our Black community know who is scamming people and who's taking money. There's a lot of dummies on Instagram talk about, oh, you clout chasing, or, yo, you bringing out another Black person. You the stupidest person to say some dumb shit like that. How you saying one Black person is bringing out another Black person when the other Black person just took everybody fucking money? And you ain't saying nothing about the person that took everybody else's money. You's a dumbass for saying some stupid shit like that. You ignorant and you illiterate and you broke. That's why you ain't got no money. See, I'm over here. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I go get the Rolly, the link. I go get all that shit out and show you all that. The Maybach. You go on my page. I got Maybachs, the new ones, the ones that talk to you and all that. So I don't care. But it's people out there who don't have the money, and they upset and they pissed off. They can't just go get a lawyer and sue and all that because they ain't got no money to pay the lawyer. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are stuck because they don't have the money to pay for a lawyer. And that's another problem. You know what I'm saying? So People say, hey, oh, have people, more people should stand up or sue or do this, but they ain't got no money to sue. You want somebody to go pay for a lawyer to sue, and they ain't got the money. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just happy that y'all out here, you know what I mean, just bringing attention to people who scam people. Because there's so many dumbass, illiterate people talk about, yo, you bringing another black person down. Yo, the black person just stole $500,000 from one person, $1 million from somebody else, and countless other money from other people. And y'all don't think nothing about that. That's why y'all crab in the barrel. That's why the black people as a whole can't rise above, because we so busy worrying about, yo, you try to bring this scammer down. That don't even make no sense. You trying to bring a scammer down that's scamming black people. If we don't come together as black people, we're never going to elevate. It's always going to be some black people or a small percentage of black people with a lot of money, right? And then there's going to be a whole lot of middle class and a whole lot of lower class. So you got the lower class and the middle class. They so much crabs in a barrel that y'all never going to rise above. You know what I'm saying? We all need to come together as one unit and make sure that we're not getting scammed, and make sure we getting information, and we just educating ourselves, and we coming together and we doing this group economic stuff. There's not enough group economic stuff talked about. Whenever we talk about, yo, coming together and putting our money together, we always talk about, oh man, this person is going to scam me. I can't mess with my brother or my family member because they're going to scam me or they're going to take the money. Yo, come together, get a lawyer, get a contract, right? Get a contract and do business with somebody. If they don't do right business, then you take them to court and you can get the money back, or you can garnish their wages or whatever the case is. But stop saying you can't work with somebody because you don't trust them, whether it be your brother or your friend. You got to do a contract, and then you take the risk. That's it on your contract. Your contract is going to protect you. So if you're not thinking contract and lawyer, then that's another ignorant and stupid move. Don't get into business with people without doing a contract, without doing some sort of contract, so you can fall back on a contract in court. This is all basic information, basic shit. But stop doing nigga shit like not doing a contract, not having nothing written, not having nothing recorded. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Let's
That's my guy. The comments is crazy. Yeah, they crazy. The comments, you know, Jochi. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. They said he was in his bag, literally. Yo, y'all shit in the car. Yo. Oh, man.
What's up, man? Yeah.
What's up with you, dog?
I didn't know what you was going to give up. What's up, y'all? I didn't know what you was going to give up, bro. This shit.
Man, I started reading the news and shit. I was all on Twitter and everything else. Nigga, I forgot I was on IG Live and nigga talking so long. God damn. I was like, Eli said that his man, Eli ain't gonna try to interrupt the nigga.
Honestly, he was
nigga, you ain't gonna take control of the conversation or nothing. Like, God damn,
it, man.
Like,
He got, listen,
that,
he was
you said that's
he was
your
in his
nigga,
bag,
man. I'm
man.
like, God damn, nigga, if that's your nigga, tell that nigga to shut up or interject, change
he was
the
in his
subject or
bag.
something. God damn. Nigga, hey, nigga, help us, Eli.
You said I got
This is your platform,
Nigga,
man.
help
He was
us,
in his
nigga, shit. God
He was
damn.
in his bag.
my man said I got the Maybach that wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah, the one that talked to you, nigga. Shout out to my guy Andre Hatchett buying the badge. First person to buy a badge tonight.
Oh,
Shout out to all the people that be buying badges. If you sitting here, you've been watching me, and I've been entertaining you, the least you can do is go buy a badge or 2 or 3. Go buy a badge real quick down there if you rocking with me. I'm shouting out everybody that buy a badge. Stop being cheap. Press the little heart down there at the bottom. It's 99 cents. It's a $2 or $3. Go and spend some money.
Yo, salute to you, man. I love what you're doing, man. I'm up here on the East Coast. I'm literally up in New York, and I'm gonna say this without kind of putting it out there too crazy, but I know this Russian Jew dude, heavy in the real estate. He's in Miami, but he's from here. So he told me today his man gave C's 400 cash, 400K, but he got no paperwork, so he got to take a straight L on it. He told him not to do it. He did it anyway, and the nigga owed him 400,000. The crazy thing is that no matter what goes on, we've seen this coming, and I just don't understand how people just. Anybody coming to you talk about they clout chasing, what's happening right now, niggas know you telling the truth. These are the ones that get all twisted. So it's just sad, man. But
hold on, I got to interrupt you for 1 second, man. I got to interrupt you for 1 second, man, because they showing out in the comments with the badges real quick. Goddamn, they coming in so quick I can't even get them all. But let me say something. Shout out to Herb Bag, bought a badge. Gail Late Night, thank you. Artistry Fly, thank you. Foxy B with 3 badges. Malcolm with a badge. Thank you. All my people. Hold on. Chantel, call me. Thank you for the love. New York _5. Thank you for the love, my people. Load _pusher. Thank you for the love. Pisces Queen 87. Justin CEO. Thank you. Pamela. Thank you. Belinda. All my ladies. Look at my ladies showing love and buying badges. Rare Billionaire. Miss Moss. Man, goddamn King Ghost, real niggas in here too. We got some real niggas. We got some bosses in here. Andre Hatchett, Foxy B. Shout out to Foxy B 1908. Mr. Chris, get it. Let's go. Shout out for the badges, y'all. Push De Niro. Yeah, man. Mindset over matter. Okay. We got badges pulling up. Man, I'm gonna have to just post all y'all on my page. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause y'all going crazy.
They going crazy.
Y'all going crazy. 30 supporters with badges purchased right now. We got 800 people here. If we get all 800 of y'all shit, when DJ Envy tried to sue me, y'all, I could drop the audio.
you already dropped the audio yesterday, bro. You already dropped that audio, man. I put that up on my podcast yesterday on YouTube. The one that you did, what you did with the 2 things with the interview when he was talking about, oh, we was cool. I tried to call you the other day or whatever. You didn't pick up the phone. So we talked about it. It was crazy, man. But I'm glad that you're doing what you do, man. I love it. I support it 1,000,000%. Unfortunately, I don't know how Hot 105.1 is even going to deal with this, because the fact that his affiliation, I don't see how he's going to lose his job. There's no way in the world they're going to sit there and allow that. So I don't know how that shit's going to go. But
it's
I don't know.
Getting hot in here.
And I want to build on that, because when I mention these platforms, I'm actually mentioning this from a standpoint of like being your brother, trying to look out for you, saying, hey, tighten up your motherfucking house so you don't lose what you've worked so hard to build because of some scammers. See, people think that like when I'm mentioning $1 million worth of game or the Breakfast Club or EYL, or you just clout chasing. No, I respect what y'all built. Y'all worked hard to build that. And if you don't work hard to protect that, you can tarnish your brand and tarnish everything you built, because you had a person on your platform that was a scammer. Not because you scammed, you didn't do nothing, but because you gave that person a platform. See, this is why it's important that going forward now, if you're going to be media, part of being media, like for example, you see how CNBC, they talk about finance and markets. They also have a show called American Greed as well. It's called Balance. Right? So on one end, I'll give you the markets, I'll give you stocks, I'll give you options, I'll give you real estate, but I will also highlight scammers and schemers too. See, you got to have some balance with the conversation. It can't all be about buy this course, learn this, play, buy this course, learn this, play. Because sometimes the best business experience and knowledge you can get is from the deals where you lost money.
Listen, they was getting the bag before COVID, though. When they was charging $100 a head, they was charging $100 a head in them big forums, 6,000-7,000 people walking in there. It was crazy. But pre-COVID, they was getting it. What happened was,
bro, hold on. I just literally got a DM just now. God, bro, they murking people, bro.
What, literally?
Like, no, I'm talking about like
for the amount of money.
Dog. Like they was Where the fuck was everybody getting this motherfucking money from, bro? Listen to this. Boy just sent me a message. Me and a group of friends out of New York invested with Cesar. We would like to know how we can get involved. I asked him how much did he invest. He said, me, $250. I got a handful of people, 100, 100, 100, and then another 250.
See? So now you get that exclusive because what you doing, they know you, Tony. I got the early exclusive from one individual. That's 400 on top of that.
Think about the celebrities, though. See, think about it. A lot of these people were able to get up close to celebrities that got a little bit of money, that can shell out $100,000, $200,000. So this is what I'm trying to say before. See, we got to look at this from a bigger perspective because understand, as more and more people start coming out, as more and more scams start getting exposed, these platforms that these people went on are going to be looked at as the honeypot for scammers and schemers.
Remember though, listen what Tone said. Basically what he's saying is, where these individuals even get paper like this. See, what's happening is a lot of people get money. They just don't know what to do with it. So the first thing when you gotta remember, if a dude making that much of money, the first thing they're gonna do is want to invest it. They want to invest it. There's a lot of people that deal with Cesar and they ain't giving them $5,000, $10,000. These niggas is giving hundreds of thousands of dollars. You understand? So where are they getting it from? So now what's happening is, I ain't gonna get on the case level, but this is not looking good because what's end up happening is an individual saying, how can they say they got something stolen when they can't prove where they made their money come from? So
yeah, but there's a lot of people that can prove it though, and say that's my point is that once you get to a certain dollar amount and those feds start getting involved, see, people got to think about the bigger picture here. Right. When we really start talking about COINTELPRO and infiltration and all that type of stuff, understand for the first time as a community, we really were starting to do well. We really were starting to build generational wealth and really starting to try to make some noise. And now you got to start understanding it could take a few bad apples to fuck that up for everyone. And this is why it's very important because at the end of the day, we are Black and we are over incarcerated and over policed, right? You got to be mindful of that at the end of the day.
But you know
so what you don't want to do, go ahead.
Remember, there's just a lot of dudes that you got to remember. Envy thinks that everything that he's Swiss Beats.
Mm-hmm.
And we live up in Bergen County. Niggas is driving 3-4 different Rolls Royce trucks. I mean, you don't just go from driving SRT8s and working at a radio station to the point where you ain't even doing DJing no more. And it's to the point right now where you're driving $10 million worth of cars. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about 6 cars. So it's getting to the point now where people know he's flexing and he's fronting. He ain't the guy that he really is. And that's the thing where people like, oh, you pulling him down. It's like, you ain't pulling him down. It's like, yo, dude, you gotta expose the corny niggas. That's just the bottom line. No matter what you do, you gotta expose them. And that's that. It's just
but I think it's bigger than the corny aspect of it. I'm talking about it more from the standpoint of, listen, when you look at him and you look at Greg, we're talking about 30, 40, $50 million. And when you're talking about those type of dollar amounts, those agencies are going to get involved. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to have yourself mixed up in that type of stuff.
But you got to remember, though, with that video that Tony had yesterday, it exposed everything that a lot of New Yorkers know about Envy. They just don't have the platform to say it and do it. And those 2 clips, I'm telling you, those shits right there, how old are those, Tony? Like a day old? You did that yesterday, right? Dude. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a different climate in the Breakfast Club this week. It's going to be different. It's different right now because now there's a difference now because him and Charlamagne is holding a showdown. Envy is already going through this shit with Rick Ross. He got embarrassed. Rick Ross caught a whips of this. He left a message on your jump off, right? Open up a can of worms, man. It's not going to end well.
Which is why, like I said before, if right now you have a platform, now is the time not to be trying to act like you don't know what's going on. You need to be distancing yourself immediately because let me explain something to you. If people have been reaching out to you, right, letting you know, hey, I got scammed by so-and-so, and you chose to ignore it and not speak about it, you at that point are an accomplice.
Right.
understand. You are an accomplice, right? See, I want you guys, but not just him. I'm talking about all of these podcasts, all of these platforms. See, I'm talking about this. I'm trying to look out for you. I'm not trying to tear you down. I'm trying to get you to understand that if people are coming to you with bank wires, text messages, phone receipts, and they saying, hey, I got scammed. Hey, I got scammed. And you decide to go, hey, I don't got nothing to say.
No,
you just take a video down. Understand at that point, you are an accomplice because they're using your platforms to go out here and build a celebrity because no one would know who Cesar was without DJ Envy.
Right. The crazy thing was Envy was incriminating himself crazy. Just in those 2 clips, like, yo, you're talking too much. You said he twisted the story around. Then he admitted that he said that. Then he said he had nothing to do. He never had any involvement with him. He never gave him any money. Then he said he did give him money for the school. Cesar says Envy never gave me $1. So that nigga's a liar. So that was like, all right, so Cesar's saying, so Cesar's going to take the fall right now. That's exactly
He's trying to be the fall guy.
Yes.
But it's funny you said that because I was talking about that before where it looks like DJ Envy's trying to play the quote-unquote the square that didn't know anything. And because of Cesar's background, he could be the quote-unquote fall guy. But then at the end of the day, where does the millions of dollars go, right? So this is why it's very important what I was saying before about getting like the legal aspect involved because there's no way that big business and Cesar just lost all his money. That money went somewhere. Somebody has that money, right? See, like you got to think. So you got to think about it from that perspective. And people get mad at me when I say these things, but like that money didn't just disappear. That money went somewhere. So now, are they trying to play the game where? Listen, this just me speculating. You be the fall guy. You go sit down for some time, and then we come out and we run up this money that we had, right? Because the money never went to acquiring property. The money went somewhere else. So this is why it's important to allow the proper people to get involved to do the forensic accounting to find out where did that money go? Who got that money? Because if just saying I didn't know is not good enough.
Let me say this before this thing cut off. I want to say this, right? Tone was already telling people if y'all feel like I'm cloud chasing, pop up and tell me. Nobody popped up and said anything. So my whole thing is if people look at a cloud chasing as exposing a bozo, tell them that. I don't see how people gonna. Cause I think the other clown said something that he believed everything Envy says. What's the fat dude with Omni? Fat Omni with a fat cat. What's that nigga's name?
Omni with a Hellcat.
Omni with a Hellcat. He commented on there like he believed. I'm like, come on, my man, you already cooperated, bro. Nobody even want to talk to you right now. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is that why is it clout chasing when we exposing a buster? I don't understand that. Like, come on now. Like, it ain't right. You see all the paperwork. You see all the individuals going after. This nigga ain't gonna never be able to do any shows. He can't even do shows in Jersey. He ain't gonna be able to do shit in New York. He ain't gonna make nothing in Miami. He done burnt the bridge with Rick Ross. Like, it's just all there. Now I see, and then I seen in his feelings yesterday because Tony had him. If you watch his whole mannerism, normally he'll get a situation quick. It took a long time because he felt Tony knew too much. Nigga, you just spoke to me over the phone. I just talked to you. We spoke about this. Yeah, I did say that. He's nervous right now. And trust me when I tell you, after they do this show in Memphis, you already see the Memphis situation. You down here doing shows, nigga, and you representing Young Dolph. You got, I don't know, man. Listen, Tony, keep doing what you do, man. I'm doing what I do. I'm out here. I done dragged the situation already on YouTube already. I did a podcast with your clips already. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll support you. I'm here. I'll see you later, man. I'm out.
Blue, bro.
What? Good luck, you, man.
And one thing I want to add before I hop over here, listen, man, in business, you can lose money. You can buy a stock for $50 and it can drop to $25. At least you still own the stock and you can liquidate it. You can go and buy a property that you want to renovate and the market can, tank and you may have to sell the property for less money. In this case, these people don't even have the properties. Like no real estate was being purchased. It was a pure Ponzi. It wasn't like you purchased an asset that actually can go down. So I just want to highlight that and make sure people understand that in this case here, we're not talking about a bad business dealing that went left. We're talking about outright just fraud. Like I gave you money and you never used the money for what you said you was going to use it for. You just simply pocketed my money. And no amount of research, no amount of education, no amount of, doing your due diligence can protect you from a person who outright just takes your money and doesn't do what they say they're going to do. And I think that we really need to make sure that we